Welcome to Norman's Orchids, orchids.com. We're hosted in Montclair. This is our usual stage. Um, it usually be over there. So this last week right after the podcast, we had built another stage for me, which Norman kind of kindly take over because we weren't ready to use it today. So Sunny wants to do another tour. So Sunny, for you, we're going to do another tour. We have a lot of guests here, surprise guests that we'll introduce later. So just want to show you really quickly, these are the dragonfly we had it on special jumper this week. And I personally did not watch it because I was out doing a little bit retail therapy. No, I needed to grocery shop and to do stuff. But anyways, I needed to have everybody understand that when the jumper's going on, don't worry, the first person that wrote sold, that's what we go by. No matter if I did not tag sold right away, that's when I get home. It's just like when you at your leisure, you shop for jumpers. Anyways, hey guys, we're live right now. Unless you like to share your conversation. Anyway, so these are the jumpers. If Roger want to just kind of, since it's here still, for you guys to enjoy the beauty of the dragonflies, you could go through and see some of the colors. And I'm sorry, we did pre-jump some of the dragonfly. And I noticed we could never capture the dragonfly's picture clearly in the greenhouse. So I actually took all these home in LA and we took the picture back in LA. And I think the color come out pretty true in the LA setting. So I might be doing a lot of work and take a lot of the indigos, the blues back to LA and take pictures off of there. But I wish you could smell it. It's just a whole mixture of all these. I think there's like 13 dragonflies here. I wish you could smell it, or I wish I could bottle it for you guys. But anyway, so you could take a peek of, look at this one. Are you able to capture that beauty? This one is amazing. I don't know who's the lucky person that bought this. What number is it?
I think it says Elaine.
Oh, Elaine Taylor, this is yours. You pre-jumped. Okay. Anyway, so that's for all the new.
Wait a minute, a couple of these say Jamie on it.
No, it says Jennifer.
Oh, I thought it said Jamie. Okay, good thing.
Jamie's is at home. I could do another jumper or Jamie's collection at home. So anyway, I would like to introduce, today we have a very special guest. It's Roger's sister, Sarah. And Sarah's in the front. Sarah, say hi. Sarah actually watched the podcast. I'm not sure it's because Roger made her watch, but she does watch our podcast. And then we have Dakota. She's only 12. And then who do we got in there trying to eat over there? Dylan. Dylan was our flower boy when we got married 10 years. Yeah, Roger, niece and nephew. They're from the Bay Area, so they drove down and spent the week with us. Welcome. And this is their first time at the nursery, so it's a lot of awe and ohs and all that good stuff. So we're gonna go. Oh yeah, Dakota has Hannah, so I won't be able to push the button mute. The other day we muted sometimes because it was on my butt. Okay, so we are in the bloom house for the people that's just joined us in the podcast. This is forever blooming in here because this is where we pull a lot of orchids.com arrangement plants, and we're the people that comes in and visits. So we're gonna go through and maybe look at a couple tables. Norman, you almost ready? Okay. So we're gonna go to the next house. We had to, usually there's music in here, but we have to turn it off and then we don't get in trouble with Facebook and put me in Facebook jail. And YouTube too. So it's copyrighted. So usually it's quite lovely and lively in here. It's got music, sometimes Chinese, sometimes Italian. Depends on my mood. Look at this. I put this on jumper. I didn't understand why people didn't get it. Look how beautiful this color is. But anyways, there's so much going on in the jumpers, I understand. And again, thank you for showing so much love and patience with me last 2 weeks. We had so many souls and process. So it's kind of great that you guys love my taste to go through all the plants and purchase it with me. And unfortunately, we had a second soul that didn't picked up, and I was quite upset about that because literally every plant is on its own contract when you mark soul. But again, today we found something from Mary. She had a second soul, and to explain the second and third soul is I may not be able to find it that same week. You know, as plants bloom out and I could always see them, then I put it on save. Then I will remember it and I will contact you. Like this morning, I would just walk in the door on the table, and then I found one that Mary wanted. See, then the second soul and third soul, I will still send a picture to let you see what you're buying. So Mary loved it, so this is going to go to Mary. I haven't cleaned it, I haven't spiked it. Got to make sure the tag's on. But the second and third soul, I will still send you a picture, so it's not like you're going to get something blind you don't see. So
Where did that one come from?
this is I was going to pre-jump that for somebody. There's only one, so I may put that on the jumper. Now that you put me up in a corner, Jeff, I'll probably
That's
put that.
amazing.
Isn't that gorgeous? This is one I found for the jumper. So this is yours, Mary. It is a little bee, Norman. The thing about these flowers, every flower is going to be a little different. And again, for the jumpers, we always look for a good root system. So you're going to have a head start on your plant to rebloom it. So Mary, this plant will get cleaned up for you. So the second and third soul may not be happening right away, but it will happen or it will never happen. I don't know, depends. So again, let's go to, I think we've been here last 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't think so because Norman's ready today and we had a full house. Brian, can you say hi? Just wave. Brian's in this house. He's back visiting with us. And I don't know where Curtis is. We have some retail client that Brian is helping.
A lot of people here today.
It's a lot of people. Dr. Chin is here from Nevada. Oh no, Reno, sorry, Reno. And then Curtis is with us from far away like Hollywood. So come on in. And this is what Eric does for the .com. He'll mix it up and put it in a collage, and you're gonna get a bouquet of flower. But these plants come in, if you buy these, they may not have names, so don't ask. These are just for the people that loves flower and may not want to grow it. So again, when you come visit us, it's just usually the first house we call number 18 and the bloom house that's open for public. Without making an appointment with Norman or myself, we don't let anybody into the other greenhouses. We've been visiting here because this is as far as we could go with the Wi-Fi. The other houses back there, I'm not sure if Norman said it intentionally that he doesn't want people there. So, and especially to take pictures and.
One day we might.
One
maybe
day.
in the spring when everything's in bloom. Maybe
Yeah, maybe in spring we'll go in there. But yeah, so when you come visit, it's only 2 houses that's open, which is pretty grand, really. It's a lot of flowers. But come on in. So I did say that table is set for me. Now we have signs. It says this section is for Jamie's jumper. Nothing is for sale. Please don't even ask or touch. So, well, maybe I could show you a little bit. I don't really want to go into this house. I better not show that. So these are the things, whenever I'm watching, I'm going to start setting it here, and these are getting ready to go to next week's jumper. When we move houses, we stage them. So they're here already spiked, getting ready to go on next week's jumper. I'm actually going to have room to work ahead. A registered spot right now because Jeff is like, it's so crowded in there for production. So Yeah, so we have these printed. So if you buy something, I think there's a few people wanted to hold things here, so I could have a room to hold it here and be safe. Again, this one should be coming up soon. Joff, there's no number for this yet, so you don't worry about these for pre-show. Don't worry about any of this. This Jamie's jumper. Again, I pulled out more of the beautiful variegated. Like this one is special. We'll wait another week, so we did 2 weeks in a row.
Those are unusual.
This Madonna is going to be on the jumpers this week. And there's nothing on the website. So everything, all the Madonnas is here for the jumpers. So I think we have 5 on, so you could keep putting soul on it. I kind of want to watch it, make sure they're all got that blotches going on. Okay, so we could just go to the other side. We did this side. So like you probably noticed, if you remember, you could probably go back to last week pre-show. You're gonna notice this house is totally different color again. We have moved so many plants into the bloom house from what we saw last week. So if you go back to the pre-show from last week, you'll see this whole house change. The color's been changed. You see more budded stuff coming. You see, Roger? See, before last week I think it was more full of color, and those color are now in the bloom house. That's how we rotate and stage every greenhouse. That also could tell that how much plants we sold last week, because now we have spaces keep moving. I mean, we move products here. We don't sell 1 or 2 at a time. Especially we did some large arrangement for my client. I'm gonna go in that aisle, so I'll just roll this table for you.
How many plants were those arrangements?
Yesterday? I don't know, because I was so busy. I had Eric help me do the arrangement yesterday, and Auntie doing the arrangement, and all I keep hearing was, God, this is not easy. It's easy to do.
Sometimes those are like 50 or 75.
Yeah,
plants.
yesterday I didn't even notice. Yesterday I was doing my jumper, right? I didn't even have time to take pictures of those that went out, so that's that. Oh, the mendenhall. You guys should, Joff, you should put this. This is one of my favorites. But I don't even think.
Roger and I were talking about those this morning.
Really?
Look at the leaves on them.
So my pre-show started to be some show and tell. That sometimes Norman doesn't put them on. He's hiding everything. Norman wish he could not sell everything. So in spring, you're gonna get a lot of plants that start to bloom. Look at that Parolic, Roger. The loose Parolic. Remember I saved you one for the office? It's just starting to bloom again. We had to wait to see every single one bloom to make sure they're the Parolic. Well, of course, there's the Batmans again. Batmans are everywhere. You can't stop them. These are my favorites. Chronosobies. Look how cute they are. And I have them like every color, every size, and I got the 2 yellow orange one in my house. We're looking for another one for Robert. Okay, you can turn it around. Maybe he'll home. So this is what I like to do when before the jumpers. I like to come and just take flowers off. If you have flowers at home, when they fade, try to take them off right away, because they'll have bugs on it and everything. I'm trying not to mute myself, and I try not to use scissors or anything, and for ladies it's easier because we have little nails to take them off, because the dead flowers eventually sometimes will attract bugs. What? But anyways, so this places I like to come out and find, oh, this is a nice one. Could be for a jumper. Look at this. You see it? So that's how I come out and find jumper. I first inspect the flower, then the leaf, then I go to the root system, and then I go to the smell test. If that passes, and then I will put it on the jumper. And I don't just grab right away. I will walk through these 2 tables first and see what I find. I think I put this one's on the jumper. Next we would get plants that's crunched because we grow them so tight. Right now they're kind of spread out. Are we muted? We're good. They'll get damaged, and then of course that's not going to go out on my jumpers. And then sometimes we'll get these dry spots. That's already dry. But we won't send it out because people will think it's disease or whatsoever. And if you do think it's disease, you should not touch any other plant, okay? How are you guys doing? They have these puzzle.
Yellow leaf at the bottom. It
Okay.
really doesn't matter
Oh, yes.
because that one's going to drop off. as
Yeah,
it's producing new
here's
ones.
another thing. If it's wholesale, if I'm doing arrangement, I'm selling to anybody, I don't care. I cut it off, I tear it off. But Auntie likes me to leave it because it still has a little nutrients supporting to the plant. So if you get one of these in the shipment, don't be alarmed. Do not get scared and contact support saying we sent you a dead plant. Usually we like it to have it naturally fall off. We don't really like to tamper with it, right? Because it does, it's just an old leaf. Your new leaf is,
Especially if it's a bottom leaf.
it's
That's
a,
the
yeah, I
next
was gonna
one.
say the new leaf
the
is
bottom
on
leaf
top.
is the first one to die off.
Right, new
And
leaf
it's
on
still
top
producing
is
new ones
good.
at the top. That's all you care about.
That's all you care. But since we're not doing a show today here, I think we taught you guys how to do this. When I walk around, I'm not gonna have scissors, so you got a plump leaf. If it's happened at home, usually don't. I recommend not to take it off. Let it continue to support energy to the new leaf. But if you do, you want to take it off. It's just tear it in the middle, then hold the plant. It's very crucial. You hold the plant, and then take it off. You have to hold the plant. If you don't, sometimes you take the whole plant out. Here we go. We just successfully removed the plant. Oh, well, guess what I found? This is another reason why we don't take it out. We have a spike. Can you imagine that? It was have a spike coming already. Right? So if we use a blade or whatever to cut it, we would have already cut the spike off. And the way we did it, we did not contaminate anything because we don't have to use the scissors or shear. Norman's like, what are you doing? So here we go. That's a good trick. I think many of you guys learn, and it's practicing it, and makes me happy you guys actually listen. Okay. Wow. Well, this is a Whopper. Double cheese Whopper here. I wish I could let you touch this. See how thick the flour is? And Joff, this is MC2027. MC2027. This is pretty good size for a pinkish red on that waxy. And this one, oh yeah, the silver leaf. This is Memoria Val Reddings, but there's no number for this. Oh yeah, there is. You guys gave me the wrong one. This is MC2387. Oh, it's got Portugal. Mental note, one for me, one for you. Jamie's jumper for me. But anyway, so We're forever cleaning here. Spring is a lot of cleaning. And we have another container coming in, so there's a lot of moving around in this nursery this week. Look at these. So spring is kind of fun. You come in, there's so much things in bud right now, so I'm not going to have too much decision making to decide which one I'm going to put on the jumpers. And see, concerned that they get,
Turn your mic.
oh, people are concerned that they get a yellow spike that's dead. But look what this is supporting. 1, 2, 3, and a brand new one come out. So this is 4. So don't worry if you lose one. This is just a natural process, okay? Okay, I'm going to show you this one. Look at that. You should see those blotches and the thickness. And those blotches is like what I keep saying is almost 3D. It's like a wart, really. It's really thick. So it's really kind of exciting to walk around and we could think in our head, can we use this for breeding with something else, or not just this particular plant, but everything. You know, our creative minds just keep going. Of course, Jeff has gravitated to the pink spotted one over there. Oh, and Aunt Julie. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to have this, but this is just show and tell. This is the very, very first Perolic. Violacia indigo times young yellow blueberry. This is the very first Perolic we've seen in this nursery. And please don't ask for it because Norman already had dips on it. He won't even let me have it. We talked about this at lunch. But we just want to show you. But it might end up at Jamie's casa. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Showdown, showdown. Look at this one.你不要照盆子，就照花就好了。Jennifer, I think this screams for you. That's all picture. So we just do a really short tour today. Do you want to come this way and we'll wrap up that side? Are you guys okay? And whenever we walk through, we always try to clean up. And again, we kind of have a weed problem, but then it's because we don't like to spray any heavy chemical or anything to kill it. So if you get some that Norman didn't pull all of it, we're doing this for our health because we don't really want a lot of chemical here or share it with you. So just pull the weeds off. Wow, this is very scented. Elena Eagle by Mountain Princess. This walking in the greenhouse is still something that we're learning. Roger's got the camera, but yet he can't see it. So he's getting to know Jeff very closely, trying to share that. Oh my God, I just saw another jumper. Ooh la la. Jamie gets really excited when she finds a jumper. Look at this. Look at the shape and the pink. We're under the shade cloth, so maybe over here you see the. Sorry, I'm moving because this side has the shade cloth, so you don't get the mouse. You see the side 50 plant week. So I'll come back and get this and then clean up and spike it. Oh wow, look what I found. Actually, we're also looking for Jamie's jumper for me today. Come on over, guys.
Kind of like walking through the grocery store aisles.
I know,
When it's
right?
hot and you're hungry,
I
you
almost,
grab a little
I
bit.
almost forgot we're on the pre-show because I'm enjoying the flowers so much. Oh, can you guys roll that? I can't get to it. I mean, spring is so much fun. No wonder I'm gonna have Norman's best showroom at the house now. And then Roger's new office is gonna have, he'll probably be able to put like 30 or 40 orchids in there. Jeff is pretty big. He already ordered how many lights from you? Three sets of 36? Three sets of 36s, right?
Two sets of 36, one set.
Yeah. And plus he has a gorgeous light. Look at that. Wow. We have 6 of these plants at home, Roger. And they're starting to bloom under. Wow. Possible jumper. Now that I have room and now that I have so many plants to choose, I'm going to put it back and come back to it next week. Look at this Parolic. Took a bell, though. This is what Jeff is gogging on, right, Jeff?
Yep.
Oh, Brother Glory. Huh. I tried. Norman will not let me have this. And I frankly don't want to sell it. Look how beautiful this variegated is. And the flower is gorgeous. See, same plant, same variegation. But you're not going to get this kind of variegation. So Norman and I and Eric, we have plants everywhere that we just kind of walk by in a hurry and still enjoy it and have no urge to sell it. So that's our hobby here at the greenhouse. We actually get to enjoy our orchid as well. I may not necessarily sell everything, but we'll share it with you guys. Is this lemon drop? No, this is Sanderiana nobilis. NF1229, Joff. NF1229. I think it's a gorgeous color. Normie, ready?
I'm always ready.
No, you're not always ready. I think I had these in two
Oh, Jenny,
spice.
I was gonna feature show and tell on the bluebird.
The
See
bluebird? Yeah, the bluebirds are
Oh
in the
my
house.
God. That's it. That's all I had left.
Right here.
That's it. That's it.
Right here,
Fine.
Roger. What's a number?
It's the show and tell today.
Oh, it's in show and tell today?
Let me see the name.
But you can see the bench. Joff is MC2416. MC2416. You can see the, actually it's kind of neat to see the grow bench and what you possibly will get. Look at this. Silver fox. Look at this silver leaf. It's very hard to capture these silver leaf. This is MC2287. Jeff, look at this guy. See how it's flat?
Amazing.
And then see the lip is so big and the edge of the lip is white. Can you see the lips? The white on the edging? It's amazing color. Oh, look at this. Jennifer, I found your soul plant. Here you go. Jennifer, you have another one coming. You have this on the soul plant. I get to mark this soul. See how it works? I never know when I'm finding the second and third. So, and if I do forget, you guys just PM me and see, hey, have you ever keep in mind that I have one on the second soul? Because I'm really sorry, but my days are so packed these days. Ready to go? Jennifer, yay. So today I'm happy. I found 2 souls. Some days are good, some days it takes forever. Come on back and we'll give it back to Norman. 那个等一下放在我那边，这边我
这小时候想找个地方放。
对，我等一下放在我的那边。So we're gonna give you guys back to Norman. He's ready, I think. And today, since we got 2 free labor, the kids. Did you go say hi to Aunt Julie? Go say hi to Aunt Julie. She's right
She
there.
gave it to us.
No, say hi.
Oh.
Ayi. Say hi. Hi. It's it, hi. She's like, hi. Okay, so I'm going to give the mic back and I'll meet you guys back there. I'll take that. Norman, look what I have. Look. I think you thought we're out.
Yes.
Here you go. Found you one.
Yes,
Here you go. Here's your mic. Have a good weekend, guys.
Ready? Can you hear me? Let me know when it's ready. Fine, 可以了。Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Norman Fang, and I'm with Norman Solar Kit. And I hope you guys enjoyed Jamie's pre-jumper earlier. And since this is spring, and last week we talked about the Amabilis and Aphrodites. And today we're going to talk about the Phalaenopsis sanderiana. And this is the typical sanderiana right here. And it might be resembling almost like the Aphrodites or Amabilis, you know. But sanderiana is in the background of all the modern pink and lavender we have today. Okay, so it takes a lot of breeder the last 30-40 years, and by crossing they get crossed sanderiana with Amabilis or Aphrodites like this to give you a primary hybrid. And through the breeding and breeding, they get larger and larger. So anytime you see a pink and lavender, you know they have to have Phalaenopsis sanderiana in the background. So let's talk about this Phalaenopsis sanderiana. Sanderiana is another wonderful, wonderful species from the Philippines, just very similar to their cousin, Sanderiana. So, being in Philippines, they like it warmer day and warmer night. Sanderiana, for example, where they come from, they enjoy minimum of like 65 at night, and they also genetically they're very sensitive to sharp temperature change, and this is why a lot of time your lavender or your pink Phalaenopsis sometimes you got bud drop or bud busted. That's because, for example, like last week we have the drop down. We have the cold front, and temperature during the day drop down to 62 degrees versus today is 79. A lot of these temperature swing too sharp changes. Sometimes they may cause the flower bud busted. So you can get away with it on that. What happens is when the temperature from the regular warmer temperature, all of a sudden they have a cold front drop to lower. Do not water your Phalaenopsis. Even though if the media is dry and need water last weekend for example, it's better to not to water. What happens is when you water the plant, the potting media, whether it's bark or the moss, is going to be about 10 degrees cooler. So that will send the shock wave to the root system. And that is why a lot of times you get bud busted. So this is the same theory. You can also apply to Cattleya too. Okay, so if you live in Florida, for example, you get a cold front and all your orchids are outside, and sometimes you cannot possible take everything in the house. For example, you take it in South Florida when the hurricane come or cold front come below 50 or 55, people tend to move their orchid in the house to protect them. For those, you cannot leave it out, take it inside. It's better to let them dry. Do not water them. By watering the plant, when the cold front comes, you're gonna make the pot in the root area about minimum 10 degrees cooler. Okay, and this is why in the summertime when it's hot, when we have the 100 degree weather, we know we have to water more. By watering the plant, inside you're going to keep not only the leaf and also the root area 10 degrees cooler for you. So that is the tip on growing the sanderiana, for example. And so the Phalaenopsis sanderiana is also one of my it's rarely seen in today anymore, because I don't know why, but maybe because people just not propagating. But I always love Phalaenopsis, so I always continue to do seeding of whether it's sanderiana or Studeriana from Philippines, and I have a network of friends. And another this all from Philippines. Okay, another nice one from Philippines is the Sanderiana, and some people might confuse the Sanderiana with the Sanderiana. And so I'm going to put it side by side. Okay. The flower may be similar, but just look at the leaf. Okay, this is your typical Studeriana. Okay, and this is the silver leaf strain. Okay, your standard Sanderiana, traditionally always the solid green here. Okay, so always follow the leaf if you're not sure. Okay, and all right, Okay, so but having so some of my good friends from Philippines, there about 5 years ago, a friend of mine from Philippines sent me some CPAP, dry CPAP, that he has, and it was reported from a new area. In Philippines have thousands of islands, and he has a collector friend that he commissioned to get some because he sees the story that I get is have a very interesting leaf structure than your regular sanderiana. Because from the distance, and then he was able to collect some dry CPAP. Of course, on conservation purpose, we don't want to take anything away from the jungle. So by doing so, he happened to have a CPAP there. He takes some dry CPAP and he sent it to me and I put it in my lab. And so this is why this tech talk today is very exciting, because we finally see some new color form of the sanderiana. So I'm going to continue to add to my program the new color form of the Phalaenopsis species. So, and the result, Roger, can you focus on this? The result is this. This is a population of sanderiana from the sea. Okay, and I must flower about 200 to 300 up to 500 plants. But some of the seed and seeding was so I sent it to some botanic garden, and here is the population. Okay, you see here. This is just a random population of the new color form. And to my surprise, I had always heard there's some documentation and the rumor that there is a white form of sanderiana, but nobody have seen it or possible in cultivation. And this is a typical. I love this. It was bigger flower than the regular sanderiana, but really struck me is the foliage. Can we take a look at foliage? The foliage have a lot of silver marking, silverish, and a beautiful lavender underneath. So I was really excited about this one here. And of course, they have beautiful cascading. That's one of the characteristics for sanderiana. Is if you like something like naturally cascading, like if you live in Florida, you want to mount something on the tree. Phalaenopsis sanderiana, it would be wonderful. If you live in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and South, they are very warmer. So you can mount them. They will be really nice and cascading. Then, right about 2 weeks ago, the one that is slower grower, and we start flowering the alba form. You see here? So if you look at the Roger, if you look at the flower, the alba. If you look at the flower itself, it almost looks like an armobolus, but it is from the same population of the seedling. Look at the leaf. The leaf is the sanderiana leaf. Got the lavender undertone, but it is alba form. Okay, this is so exciting. And then if we flower a couple more. Okay, so the documentation we read from maybe 100 years ago or 50 years ago, that people have seen the alba form of sanderiana is actually true, and maybe the person who seen it before is from one of this island that they come from. But I was so excited now we actually have the alba form of the sanderiana, and this is phenomenal. And I think I have about 5, and I'm gonna. Jamie is so nice to me today. I'm gonna release one of the alba form for her jumper. And Jamie, you better take it before I change my mind. Okay. So anyway, so what am I going to do with the sanderiana alba? So the alba form now. I can make crosses with some of the cascading type of the 24-hour fragrance, because this one genetically they just love to cascading, and if you're interested, we actually have this strain for sale. If you are interested in species conservation, please get one of these and help me spread up into everybody's collection, because this is the new strand of the sanderiana, and beautiful leaf versus the typical one, and some will have a silver leaf coloration. And nice about this strand is this is the first bloom. All these here are first bloom. They carry up to 12 flowers on the first bloom, and the plant is only about 24 months, only 2 years old. Can you imagine when they grow up? And I like this strand is the beautiful cascading, the waterfall effect. Okay, so and I go them just like you. If you go novelty Phalaenopsis, which is the warmer grower, perfect for them. And that's it. And I just cannot say anything more about this wonderful strand on this. So we'll be busy with the toothpick. So if you look at this population of here, yeah, the toothpick sets. Sorry, we all adult here, okay? But you notice that on the population here, here's the one. By comparison, look at the size of the flower, Roger. Hey, Brian. This is what happened in selection. Okay, so this is natural selection. This is all from the same seed pod, but this one possible a candidate for breeding onto modern. This might be possible in even more. I don't think this is tetraploid, but natural selection.
Are they scented?
They're not scented. No, the sanderiana is not scented, but you know me. There's 200 of them. I might smell every one of them. Just like I discovered the sanderiana lemon drop, lemon cocktail. Yeah. So, but generally they don't have fragrance. But notice this one here. The flower is bigger by comparison than the typical one. So this type here is better to use. I will use this for breeding, for maybe more complex type. But because I still like the way the leaf structure. You know, the leaf this one has a beautiful silver leaf, and later on I'm gonna go through them and pick up 2 of the prettiest silver leaf, and we'll do a sibling. So then I can try to breed a strand of the sanderiana with a silver leaf. Then I'm gonna be breed with the silver leaf sanderiana with my best silver leaf sanderiana, and from the population of it, then I can find some fragrant one. Okay. So this is very exciting. Again, I just want to share this because this is going to be dominated by the every week's topic now. Because as the spring season come along, there'll be different genus or different type. Then I will try to feature what we will grow here. And this happened just to be in the season. And by I think there's about less than 50 plants available. But if you're interested in this new strain of sanderiana, by all means, get it right now. We sold out all. Thank you for everybody. We sold out all the Phalaenopsis sanderiana. Everything is all finished the season, so we cut all the flower spike off. So some of them we're going to mount it on the cork for mounting, and we will do a session on that. Maybe we'll ask Eric to do a mounting station on the sanderiana. Okay, then just a comparison again. This is the typical sanderiana, Look at the leaf versus the new strand. Okay, the leaf is gorgeous. The leaf is very ornamental even without flower. Look at I just love the way that they had the pink pigmentation here. And the leaf is, by comparison, leaf is more compact versus the older one. See here? So many of us are go under light or windowsill, and I think it's very important. You know, one of the criticism for the orchid is most of the orchids are not pretty when they're not in flower. So for me as a breeder, I'm trying to, at this Phalaenopsis anyway, trying to focus also on the foliage. You know, there is no award in American Orchid Society. There is no award for foliage judging, but that's okay. I grow what I like and what my customer want, and so this is what was going to drive my passion and my breeding program from now on. Another one I'm gonna be easy breeding with. I have a new strand of sanderiana, what I call the silver strand, silver leaf, silver leaf sanderiana. You see here? This is not your typical sanderiana from Philippines. This is the whitish silver leaf strand. So it's going to be fun to go to hybridizing the new sanderiana with a nice silverish leaf onto this silver leaf sanderiana. Can you focus on this one here? Look at the leaf on this sanderiana here. Beautiful. And on such a young plant has 3 spikes. 2 spikes from last year, and then it's the 3rd one again. So this particular one here, for example, that I'm actually going to give it a corner name. Or I might call it Norman Sanderiana Norman compactum. And this flower spike will eventually sent to the laboratory for tissue culture, so for cloning. So then maybe in 3 years that we can offer to everybody. So then you can have a piece of the wonderful miniature form of sanderiana. And this is very exciting for me anyway. The path that I'm doing right now, and I'm able to share with everybody. So, okay. Woohoo. So are we doing okay with the sanderiana? So that's it for the sanderiana. So
Tip of the week.
then we'll do a tip of the week. Actually, can I do 2 tip of the week? Okay. So should I stop here for tip of the week? Oh, continue. Okay. I was working in the greenhouse earlier, and then I think will be 2 tip of the week is how many of you have a lot of big standard white and pink coming to spike right now? Okay. And a lot of time you might notice with the help of the good combination of Norman's orchid fertilizer and also the Mega Dry, you're gonna see a lot of spikes. Or like this one here. This is my V3, my so-called Eugemia V3, and they just so much. They just really reward you with thick stem, branching like this. Okay, my tip of the week is sometimes too many side branches might not be good. Okay, so if you look right now here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 4 branches right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you like every one of the 4 branch up, you might not get the maximum quantity of flower because. So what I would do is, okay, I'm not breaking everybody's heart. Break the spike. Okay, So
Yeah.
I can break 2 side branches. Okay, that way I can get at least 4 to 6 flowers more from this tip here. But I think proportionally this will be prettier. This will be coming up here. It will be nice and branching. And then there's another theory also. If you want the picture that I sent it with flower with this beautiful cascading, 24 flowers, big flower, then you would do is break every one of them. Like even this one here. Well, I'm not gonna break this one. But this has been break. Okay, so can you focus here? So this has been break. This has been break. Okay, so all you have is now all the energy is going to concentrate on this flower here, and this they're going to give. I can almost tell this is going to give you maximum or minimum of 12 to 16 flower on the first bloom, standard white. So you can use that theory and measure the plant at this stage. Measure, mark it on your calendar. You know they are what they eat. This is a very critical stage for the flowering. Feed your Phalaenopsis with, if you have Norman's orchid food every other week, and also spray the Mega Dry on schedule. It's going to reward you a lot of phenomenal of flowering season this year. And I already have a lot of customer send me picture. I think one with some of the dendrobium we got them only 2 spikes, and this year they have 8 spikes. Okay, Mega Dry work. Okay. And the second tip of the week is this. Now, this is not a novelty Phalaenopsis, okay? Now, why is this one been blooming all year round? This has been blooming since last March. It haven't stopped blooming all year round. Anybody want to guess the trick, the experiment we've been doing? Because this is your regular miniature Phalaenopsis, okay? Granted, they were in the greenhouse. We keep the day temperature no more than 85 degrees, and now it have a new spike coming up. And the trick is when you spray your Mega Dry, don't forget to spray the tip of here, the growing tips, the apical the flower keep blooming, because otherwise your regular Phalaenopsis or big standard plant, usually by summertime they just turn yellow, right? Turn dry and yellow off. But this one here, so you try this on your miniature Phalaenopsis, okay? It's just when you spray your Mega Dry on the foliage, if you have flower, do not hesitate to apply them on the flower, and especially on the flower tip. You're gonna produce more. The enzyme going to encourage and stimulate the apical meristem of flower here, continue to have flower. So this is 2 tips of the week for you this week. And thank you for your listening, and I'll see you next week and for the new topic.